Hello, Danny.
Hello.
It has been 2 weeks since. No, this will be the third week since we've actually recorded an episode, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Thankfully, I finally decided to upload everything from last week. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh
Oh.
no. My face cam isn't working. No, why did I should have prepped this? Fuck. I should have prepped this. There we go. Boom. All right, let's make it so that way. All right, so we are. I am actively editing this while we are recording. By the way, there we go. All right, so now here on the Trials Casuals podcast, we are in fact fucking casual. Um, welcome to the show, fuckers. So sorry, where the fuck were we, Danny?
Intro.
Right, intro. Um, oh my god. So yeah, because it's been 2 weeks since we recorded. Um, because honestly, there really hasn't been a whole lot of gaming news, and then this week was just a bunch of small things. So it's probably going to be like a 30-minute episode. Because I really only have two things to talk about, and they're both esports related. Um, so, but before we get into that, Danny, do you have any special events going on slash any new games that you're going to be playing this week?
Uh, Nothing really new this week. I'm diving into more Ride of the Nine tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. That's Friday.
Right of the Nine. Wait, D2 stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I have not
But
stayed up to date with D2. I am so far behind. I
yeah, I'm waiting for some more info on the next expansion before I talk about it again.
no, that's fair. I mean, so I moved in with my girlfriend Siren. I moved in with her in February. It is now May. I still do not have my PlayStation set up. I have no want or need to set it up. I don't. I there is legit zero games that I want to play on my PlayStation. I would rather just play League of Legends, Slay the Spire, or play WoW with my buddies. Like that's it. I have no want or need to play PlayStation, which has kind of hurt me streaming wise. Because for those of you that are faithful to the YouTube channel, which we appreciate that. Most of my content came from playing on PlayStation, so it's a little bit different. And I realized that both of my emulators for my Arknights now no longer work. So the only thing that I can actually stream is TFT and Slay the
Ah,
Spire. So that has been kind of my reluctance to stream because I'm like, I guess Slay the Spire is not too bad, but the problem is that like it's such a niche community that once you're in there, you're that's it. But in all fairness, it's a great game. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Danny. I just haven't really had a want or need to hop on PlayStation. Like, I don't have the new expansions of Destiny. I have no want or need to play World of Tanks, literally at all, despite the raw amount of money that I have thrown at that game.
World of Bots now.
Yeah, I mean, the I would love to see the player retention rate because I feel like there's a ton of players that also have just kind of given up on the game. Um, and I mean, all the other games that I played were like single players that I just did for streaming content, like The Ruined King and Valkyria Chronicles. That's the one thing that I actually do regret, not finishing Valkyria Chronicles. I
Yeah,
should
that's
do that.
fair.
I should literally hook up my PlayStation and my TV just so I can finish Valkyria Chronicles. That is legitimately the only reason why I should hook it up. Is because god damn that game is so fucking good. It's so good. So, but yeah, it's been interesting. So, all right. How do we want to do this? How many topics do you have for tonight, Danny?
I just have two, and they're also kind of short.
All right, then you know what? Let's go. I'll start with one of mine, and then we'll go to one in yours.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good.
So I don't know if you've seen, but in the world of esports, there was a major sponsorship termination that happened. Um, Honda, the car company, terminated their sponsorship with Team Liquid following an inappropriate post on Twitter. Um, so long story short, and I don't have the tweet up. I don't remember. I think it's been deleted since. But basically, a Rainbow Six player by the name of Lucas Br Diaz, uh, posted on Twitter an insensitive something insensitive towards Japanese people. And from what I saw from the posts, uh, all I saw was it mentioned Hiroshima,
Mm,
and it was not kind. So, uh,
mm,
so Honda responded with that they would terminate their sponsorship with Team Liquid. Now, and there's something interesting is so, and mind you, they have been sponsored with Team Liquid for 6 years now. That's not a short time. 6 years in esports is a pretty long time. Um,
yeah, that's gonna hurt.
yeah. So that's a huge backing out, which really sucks. The interesting thing to note, though, um, is the fact of that the League of Legends Team Liquid is still known as Team Liquid Honda on Twitter. Now I don't know if they will reflect that in the actual matches going forward, if they will just go back to being Team Liquid or if it'll still be Team Liquid Honda. But we will see. But yeah, Honda Motors decided that they would terminate their sponsorship, despite Lucas Diaz making a public apology. So in this is what the at least the article says is in a statement released by Team Liquid following the controversy. The organization stated that Diaz Lucas BR apologized to the CAG Osaka players who listened and accepted the apology. Team Liquid went on to say that it was not believed to be a deliberate insult, but the harm was already done. Due to this, Diaz Lucas BR was kept on the team, but he was fined 4 months' salary for part of that. So, because Honda had, despite the apology, had already terminated the sponsorship. So they were like, well, we're just going to keep him on the team then. Which
Mm,
I can kind of understand from a business perspective. Now, I don't know too much about Pro Rainbow Six, the Pro Rainbow Six scene, but I mean, if I know anything about Rainbow Six players, they're not kind. So,
it's pretty intense.
yeah. Because, like, Dota, I think, is pretty respectful for the most part. League can have some pretty big trash talkers. I still think the best shit talkers slash trash talkers still have to be CS:GO players. There is no trash talk better than a Counter Strike tournament. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, like they will literally get up out of their seats and actively shit talk in the middle of a match. Like CS:GO players are just a whole nother level of just demons. Um, but yeah, I mean, this was a pretty big deal because this affects all of Team Liquid's esports teams. That is a um, massive amount of sponsorship. Because again, Honda sponsored them so much that they changed the name of the team to Team Liquid Honda on on league side. So that's a pretty big deal. On the back half of that though, thankfully Team Liquid still has a total number still has another 9 partners as part of its portfolio, and they have also reaffirmed that they are still committing to supporting Pride Month by wearing a range of Pride jerseys throughout June and July, including at the Esports World Cup. So take that as you will. Um, yeah, I mean, unless you have any other comments, Danny, like you're more than welcome to open up with your topic.
Yeah, I just like I know it gets pretty heated. Like Rainbow Six, when I was playing Rainbow Six, it was voice comms and that were something good and competitive. But I can only imagine the professional scene. Uh, doing something like that though, like specifically for as large of a company as Honda is, they talk. And that's probably gonna hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, I'm interested to see for the league scene if they just go back to being Team Liquid, or if they have like a specific contract. If Honda specifically terminated with Rainbow Six and allowed the rest of their sponsorship teams, i.e., being the league team, to stay Team Liquid Honda until the end of the split. Because we have MSI coming up here soon, which is a pretty big deal. Because that is the midseason invitational, along with the esports World Cup as well, which a lot of teams from different games will be competing at. So it'll be interesting. But yeah,
Keep an eye on it.
yeah, no, absolutely. So what is your first topic that you are bringing to the table, Danny?
So, how many people are fans of Warhammer? Because
Siren Sun is so, and I know enough.
so they have officially announced Bolt Gun 2 is in production. So
Okay.
if anyone that may not know what Bolt Gun is essentially the OG Doom like that is 40K that came out I want to say like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now. That kind of was universally praised as both being like really well put together and just sort of a love letter to Warhammer plus OG Doom. So the sequel is currently in production, and people are very excited about that, including myself, because I need to play the first one. I do like modern renditions of those old school FPS titles,
Yeah, no, I
mainly
definitely get that.
because of two things. They're very creative, and they actually run well on lower end hardware usually because they're not focused on graphics. But let's see, how well did this do again? I know it did incredibly well, and they have, let's see, Bullgum 2 is scheduled for next year. The franchise is set to welcome a few different games by the end of 2025. There is that's the second part of this. They are coming out with a remaster of the original Space Marine.
Ooh, now that's exciting.
Yeah, so being able to play Space Marine and Space Marine 2 on modern hardware is pretty cool, honestly.
I mean, with I mean, with the success of Space Marine 2, like I totally understand it and get it. I'm very excited for it because that is really dope.
Yeah, like Warhammer fans are actually like eating pretty good right now. You got
Oh, oh yeah, Warhammer's eating hella good.
yeah. There is also another thing that they worked on for the original bolt gun. There is a free uh, game that transforms it into basically Typing of the Dead. If anyone remembers that game,
I okay. I don't know what the hell that is.
so you know House of the Dead,
Yeah,
old on rail shooter.
yeah.
There's a version of that where the only way to fire your gun is to type words that pop up on the screen. that. If that's what they've done.
It was an educational game.
It is
What the fuck?
surprisingly effective.
Damn, that 200 words per minute is really going to be paying off. That was kind of wild, though.
I love funky ideas like that.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it. I support it.
Yeah, that is the rad news that I had
All
for the
right,
first one.
I feel that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my second piece, which is actually league related. So again, esports related. Um, so recently, so last year we got Faker inducted into the Hall of Legends, which is basically League of Legends' is kind of Hall of Fame, uh, as the uh, as the first inductee. The second inductee, which came out just this week, or no, yeah, this week on May 19th, was Uzi. Uzi, who is known as Uzi, who has played in the LPL his entire career, which is the Chinese league. Uzi is considered one of the greatest ADC players to ever live. There's a couple interesting things to note, though, for Uzi's career. And I'm going to read all of his awards and honors, Danny, and I want you to point out what award he doesn't have. Okay? So, he currently has, he was the Asian Games gold medal winner in 2018. For the LPL, he was a two-time LPL champion, both spring 2018, summer 2018. Two-time LPL playoffs MVP, both spring 2018, summer 2018. One-time LPL MVP of the year in 2014, which was his second year. Second year? Yeah, his second year. Four-time LPL Best ADC in 2014, and then in 2017, 18, and 19. Two-time LPL Most Popular Player in 2016 and 2017. Two-time LPL First All-Pro Team Spring 2017 and Spring 2018. Two-time LPL Second All-Pro Team Summer 2018, Summer 2019. One-time LPL Third All-Pro Team Spring 2019. And top 10 greatest players of the LPL rated in 2023. Regionally, he was a one-time Rift Rivals champion in 2018, and internationally, he was a one-time mid-season Invitational Finals MVP in 2018, and one-time mid-season Invitational champion in 2018. Now, Danny, if you listen to all of that correctly, can you tell me what is the one fucking accolade that he is missing?
This is the top 10.
No, we have top 10 greatest players of all of the LPL. He's never won
I'm
a
kind
world
of
champion.
stumped.
He never won a world championship.
Really?
He's never won a world championship. The closest he ever got was in 2013 and 2014, which were his two breakout years. 2013, he started out on Royal Club, where the world championship they finished second. And then when he played for Star Horn Royal Club, which was just the sponsored version of that, they also went second. The closest he got after that was in 2017 when he was part of RNG Royal Never Give Up, which was they were basically the favorites to win the tournament. In 2017, they placed third. So,
Mm.
and his last year playing on a team that was for LPL in 2023, he did not qualify for the World Championship. Uzi, one of the greatest ADC players of all time, never got to win a championship,
Oof.
which is insane to me. However, I can understand why they still inducted him into the Hall of Fame because his Uzi was was a phenomenal player. Like Uzi was not a bad player. He also just got put on some really dog shit teams. Like he basically hard carried Royal Club. He hard carried OMG even though they did not qualify for either MSI or the World Championship. He hard carried Royal Never Give Up all the way through their entire fucking career. He hard carried Billy, but in Edward Gaming. But the problem was that all four of the other players were just straight hot dog water. Like Uzi has always been a good player, and he's always been a huge proponent of like meeting up with fans, talking with them, signing posters and autographs. Like he's been a big esports Chinese, like a big Chinese esports icon to them. So I can understand why he got inducted. Um,
Yeah.
I the only issue that I have is I would have really liked if they would have gone with an Eastern player or gone with a Western player instead of an Eastern player this round. Because there is one Western player that I think that should have been like before literally any other person's name, and that is Bjergsen. Bjergsen is quite literally the best mid laner in the Western Hemisphere for 90% of his career. That man quite literally solo killed so many fucking people that he's still on the top 5 solo kills like scoreboard. Like Bjergsen's ability to play control mages was absolutely insane. And he wasn't that terrible of a coach. He also just got terrible fucking players as, for his team. And he was a franchise player. He got picked up by Team Solo Mid, TSM, and stayed on their roster almost his entire career. And I think he should have been named before Uzi because unlike Uzi, well, technically Bjergsen never won a world championship, but unlike Uzi though, Bjergsen was from the West, which is interesting, right? Because a lot of people in League do not like the West because, well, for the most part, they're kind of dog shit at world tournaments. So, but he was like an icon to Western fans as like the hope of the West, right? For the longest time, Bjergsen was the hope of the West. Bjergsen was quite literally was one of the only reasons why NA was still able to match up against EU. Single-handedly, he was one of the few reasons why. Um, but I can understand why they picked Uzi over it. If they're gonna do another inductee next year, I really hope that they pick Bjergsen because there is no reason that they shouldn't. Um, Now here's the crazier part of this, Danny. Um, is so to commemorate Uzi being inducted to the Hall of Fame, just like they did with Faker, they are going to release two specific skins for champions. They're going to release a skin. Let me see if I can find it here. Where's the fucking skin? God damn it! Where is it? 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 Fuck! God damn it! He's got two skins that are coming out. He's got the special one, the Hall of Legends one, which is I believe that's Kaisa. Hold on. Uh, Hall of Legends Uzi skins. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. Let me see if I can find it here. Fuck. He's getting two skins. I know that for a fact. He's getting, and they're both getting 80s. They're both ADCs because he was an ADC player. Um.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. From the League of Legends leaks and news. So he's getting two skins. He's getting one for Kaisa, which is the Transcendent skin. This is going to be the special one. It's the glamorous golden black aesthetic with a blonde high ponytail and using her level up mechanic. And then Vayne, which is what Uzi is traditionally known for, was his outplays on Vayne, which is one of the most mechanically intensive ADCs in the game. And that skin will actually be available in the Hall of Legends 2025 pass. So if you buy the battle pass, you will get that skin, um, which is super dope. And fun fact, Uzi's vein has been not done not once but twice in Riot's World videos. He was done in I believe in Worlds Collide, and then he was in Rise. They had Uzi's they in those two videos they had different players dress up as like their main character, like their main champ, and Uzi in both times was in Vayne's attire. So like that's how good he was at that fucking champion. Like they either permabanned it from him or they had to hard counterpick him because he would absolutely solo everybody on the champion. He was just that fucking good on that champion. So, um, but that's not even the crazier part. The craziest part is as part of a continued sponsorship with Mercedes Benz, Uzi will receive a custom manufactor Mercedes Benz G Class with EQ technology. The vehicle, personalized to reflect Uzi's style and accomplishments, is a symbolic tribute to his legendary career. We want to honor Uzi with something as individual and unique as his career, said Bettina Fetzer, Vice President of Digital and Communication at Mercedes Benz AG. He is getting fucking awarded a car.
They gave him a G wagon.
They gave him a G wagon. Like what? Like Faker didn't get a G wagon. And Faker's won 6 world championships. Uzi didn't win any.
God.
And he's getting a fucking G wagon. Like what the
Oh
fuck,
my
man?
God. Like
it's so fucking memey to me. That's the wildest part. Is that he not only got inducted into League of Legends Hall of Fame, he then immediately gets a fucking G wagon.
like
Like you can't make this shit up.
oh, that's like legit. For perspective here, the base model of that car is 150 grand.
And he's getting a customized version.
Which is probably like
Easily.
at least a quarter mil.
I would say it's almost closer probably to half.
Probably, depending on how much they put into it.
Because they're probably going to do a bunch of like color scheme shit and a bunch of like, well, and they said with EQ technology, which is their newest line of stuff for it. So it's gonna have all of the goodies, and I'm like, number one, not only are they making the car, they are shipping the car to him. They are shipping the car
Wild.
from Mercedes to China. Like, what? You can't tell me that's not fucking wild. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it is legitimately fucking nuts.
Like, yeah, that's an insane gift.
Yeah. And and again, I cannot stress enough. One of the greatest ADC players to ever play the game, never fucking won a world champion, gets inducted into a Hall of Fame, gets a fucking G-Wagon. Profit. Like, brother, what? Actually, I'm curious. Hold on. Who did he lose to in Royal Club? It was 2013 and 2014. 20. Hold on. Damn it. League of Legends World Champion Teams. Let's see here. So, in 2013, he was beat by that was season 3. He was beat by SKT, which, by the way, fun fact, that was, I believe, Faker's starting year. So he was beat by literally the only person to get inducted into the Hall of Fame before him. And and then in 2014, they were beat by Samsung Galaxy White, who had uh who had the one of the greatest, if not top three greatest support players of all time, Mata. Um, so yeah, he got dumpstered by basically two legends. It's also one of the reasons why Uzi was nicknamed the underground champion, because he never won a champion, even though he was one of the best players legitimately in the entire fucking world at the time. So, but yeah, no, I mean it's crazy, but yeah, it's wild.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then let's see here. And here's the sad part is I'm reading, and now again this is from the Wikipedia page. So uh from the Wikipedia page, this is the end of Uzi's career, by the way. Following a brief stint with Billy Gaming between 2021 and 2022, he went on to sign with Edward Gaming on June 2023 to play competitively again during the summer split. However, the team ended up at 5th and 6th place at playoffs and failed to qualify for Worlds through the LPL regional finals. On November 2023, Uzi announced his final retirement on stream, stating that he felt defeated by reality and that he had lost the desire to play competitively. Uh, I mean, he was so close to winning a world championship 2 years back to back, and then never got back. Now let's see. Hold on. So he got third. Royal Never Give Up got third in 2017. And in 2017, I'm trying to think who beat them. Uh, Actually, you know what? Let me take a look at that. Who beat them in 2017? 2017 League of. Because I'm actually really curious who got beat. So okay, so RNG got placed in third slash fourth along with Team WE. And it looks like they either got beat by SKT T1 or Samsung Galaxy, which is pretty insane. Um, oh yeah, that's the year that Misfits was still in the is still in the roster. Jesus, yeah, that team doesn't fucking exist anymore. Whoops. Oh my god, that's right. That's the year that Flash Wolves got knocked out. Holy shit, Flash Wolves got knocked out in the 14th, 16th. That's right. Yeah. Holy shit. So RNG either I think lost to either T1 or Samsung Galaxy, which again were two of the nuttiest fucking teams in the entire world. Um, However, their prize pool money was still $350,000 for the team.
Pretty good.
Still a W.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah. That was 7% of the overall prize pool, by the way. The winner, Samsung Galaxy, received $1.8 million dollars as the prize pool win. So, yeah. And also, fun fact, whenever they release a championship skin, 25% of the sales from those skins go towards the prize pool. So 25. So the initial prize pool was two. So the final prize pool was $4,946,970. Now, if we do the math on that, and this will be the last thing that I do before we move on, just so we can kind of acknowledge the amount of money that is. So $4,946 and 970 times 0.25. Players themselves funded $1,236,742.50 of that prize pool money. Players across the world funded it by buying the skin. And that was 2017. That was 2017. It's only gotten more
That's
after that.
wild.
Yeah. But yeah, so congratulations to Uzi for making it into the Hall of Fame as the second player, only ever behind Faker. I do feel bad that he never got to win a world championship. But he really got it felt so bad because he started off so hot in Royal Club, and then basically the rest just slowly started falling apart. And I feel bad because he really was one of the best players in the world at one point, and then this shit happened. If you want to know more, uh, if you want to know more, you could literally just go look up at his Wikipedia page. But there's that. So, all right, Danny, you are up.
All right. So my last thing is a bit of a list of why would anyone say this?
Okay.
Because I think both of us know right now, like the current trend for AAA games is being too damn expensive.
Yeah.
Well, uh, at the surprise of no one, asked earlier this week if the upcoming Borderlands 4 would join that list of games charging $80 for the base game. Uh, the CEO, Randy Pitchford, of course, said that true fans will make it happen. His exact wording.
I
This is this is another thing that will go down in the same list as the people at Ubisoft saying that their games were quadruple A.
that's which
Yeah.
company was this? Was this 2K?
Uh, Randy Pitchford does in fact work for 2K as the CEO
Yup.
of Gearbox.
Yup. That's what I thought.
Uh,
Man, why don't? Okay. I don't know how many times we
because
have
the
to.
thing is,
Go ahead. I'm
like,
just flabbergasted.
as much as we will harp on it, and as much as smart people will not do it, we know there will be enough people that will pay the $80, and then they will think they can do that for the next game, and less people will get them as they continue to have that, unless they are on sale. Which the one good thing about the Borderlands games is they do actually go on pretty decent sale fairly often. $80 is a lot to ask for a base game, though.
Yeah, not including the 5 million goddamn DLCs that they will probably release that you will probably have to buy as well.
And if it's anything like 3, the DLC will be more worthwhile than the base game.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
So, like, it's just one of those things. It's like right now, there's so many people that are like on that fence. Is like, I I don't think I should spend $80 on one game. Just the game itself. Nothing with it. Just the game. The base game. And yeah, no, like I do not see any situation that that's a good thing for AAA franchises, especially given how some of them have been running lately.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't understand why they're I just don't understand why AAA companies think that they can get away with this. Well, actually, no. I know exactly why. Fanboys, because fanboys, which I still cannot believe the fact that there are still fanboys for gaming companies in this era. Um, People that are Microsoft fanboys, Sony fanboys, Nintendo fanboys will buy whatever product that company produces because they're brainwashed and they think, oh, it's newer, it's better, I'll buy that. Like, it's really dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's just it's hard. It's a very hard sell to ask that much for a singular game when there are so many like good alternatives that already exist, maybe a little bit older, definitely run a lot better because they're a little bit older. And some of them are just more fun, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, again, we're in this gaming renaissance, right? Where indie games are starting to come up, and because most people, that's what most people can afford. Most people can afford a $20-$30 game, right? And I saw something that was great, which was for the first time in history, here at least here in America, we are having a problem, which is inflation is going up, along with unemployment going up.
Yep.
So never once have we ever had the both of them happen at the same time. It's normally one or the other. I mean, and this is a great example of people aren't going to get shit. Like, inflation's going up, but unemployment's going up. That makes no sense. How is that allowed to happen? It should be one or the other, not
Yeah.
both. And that's causing people to just not be able to afford shit. And these gaming companies don't understand that. And on top of that, the $80 game that they sell is still gonna be fucking dog shit. It's still a dog shit game. When was the last time you played a good Call of Duty? I can tell you. Call of fucking Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3 specifically for zombies. After that, there is not a single Call of Duty that I would rather play after that.
Yeah, no, it's like AAA games, for the most part, are driven by boardrooms instead of devs that are actually like making something they're very excited to work on. You can tell.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem is boardroom devs want their share of the cut because they're greedy fucks and they want more money, so they're willing to put out a half-assed fucking project just to get a bunch of people. I mean, and I saw a great take the other day, Danny, of there's a reason why there's been so many remakes and remasters recently is because people don't want the new shit. They just want to play the old shit to remind themselves of what it was like when they could afford shit. I mean, a great example is Oblivion remastered. We No one was expecting that, but people enjoyed it, and the fact that it was only 50 goddamn dollars, the
Yeah,
price of a regular fucking game, and it still had all of the ridiculousness that the original Oblivion had, which by the way is fucking hilarious.
it's kind of the main reason you play Oblivion.
Yeah, because it was a buggy mess, but that was the point of the game. It was just that. It was a fun storyline, fun gameplay, and the random shit that happened was hysterical, and it was appropriately priced. I don't understand why they can't look at Oblivion and go, wow, these sales did really well. And so, because the problem is that that's how a remake's supposed to be, a remake slash remastered. It's supposed to be $50, $60, like any other fucking game. Why are they making remakes and remasters that are going to be the same price as the new games? That makes zero fucking sense. It is really not that difficult to fucking update the goddamn graphics. It's really not.
Yeah,
They did it with Shadow of the Colossus, and Shadow of the Colossus is an absolute fucking masterpiece of a fucking game.
the fact that that even ran on a PS2 still shocks me.
Yeah, and then they remastered it, and players went fucking ballistic.
Yeah, because like literally, like, even though it's like the original controls can be a little wonky sometimes, it's a gorgeous game. It didn't need a lot, and they basically just gave it what it needed. And that's what you need to do for a remaster. It's what people want. They just want the game, but playable on modern hardware. That's it.
Yeah, and
It's
not
not hard.
not like this the Modern Warfare 2. Bro, you literally just made a whole new game. You you couldn't have just updated OG Modern Warfare 2 and just brought it up with better graphics. Do you know how well that would have fucking sold? Like, I absolutely, if I had the money, I would have bought an Xbox just to play the remastered Modern Warfare 2. I mean, bro, like, the numbers for the people that downloaded the fucking campaign. Just the
Yeah,
campaign, not even the multiplayer, because it wasn't available. Just the fucking campaign to play it again was insane.
yeah. Like that should have been like enough clarity for them to be like, oh, this is what people want. But no.
But alas, game companies are still fucking idiots, and again, and until they get their shit together, they're gonna wonder why no one wants to buy their games. Like, yes, they're still gonna get the fanboys, but that's gonna be it. The reasonable people like you and me are gonna look at them like, you're serving us dog shit again. Why should we buy your game?
Yeah, like it's happened too many times now, and I'm just like most things from AAA studios I won't get unless it's like extremely discounted.
Yeah. Or if it's a remake or a remastered that has been long
Done
overdue.
right.
Yeah. Like, I would love if Sony would stop bitching about not having enough IPs and remake goddamn Sly Cooper.
But it still baffles me that the only way people could play the Sly Cooper series is through the pricier PS Plus.
Which again is ridiculous. Like, just
Like
remake the game.
they would they would legitimately make a killing if they actually sold the games.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, and this is the last thing that I'll say about it is, I think the really big turning point for a lot of this was, and I think the first sign of games really starting to go hard was when Microsoft decided that they were going to have 343 make Halo 4. After Bungie had said, "Hey, the Halo series is done. Like, we've made the cream of the crop games. We produced Halo 1 through 3. We produced ODST. We produced Halo Wars. We produced the fucking masterpiece that is fucking Halo Reach. It's done." Like, and Microsoft said, "No, you're going to keep being our cash cow," and Bungie said, "Fuck off." And then they let go of Bungie, and then they picked up 343, and look at Halo 4. Look at Halo 5. Both fucking dog shit, both fully priced games, both not fucking worth a goddamn dime because it's not Halo. And the new fucking Halo's not even good either.
It's like that one, I'm pretty sure they just don't know what they wanted it to be. It's like too many things are going away from what worked. Like, I get you need to innovate for new entries in series, but sometimes it's just like you can go too far.
Yeah. And the way that I see it, Danny, is at this point in time there are so many gem games that AAA company studios could be that they could use for IP, because again, you and I have been long discussions about how Sony claims they have no IPs to be able to use. My brother in Christ, you have over 200 fucking series you haven't touched in a fucking decade.
Yeah, there's so many like IPs that studios have been sitting on that are like easy, easy. They could do something with, but they either like bring it back wrong or they try to do what Sony's been doing with everything and trying to make it a live service.
Which doesn't work.
Live services being on the way out, hardcore.
Yeah, like the only live service games should be multiplayer games, and only multiplayer games that are heavily competitive, like COD, like League, like any other fucking competitive game. If my rule is if it has an esports scene, it should have a live service. If it does not have an esports scene, it should not receive live service.
Like also, if the franchise itself is more like story based, don't don't try to make it a live service. Don't do that.
There's no point. There's no point. Like I've never understood that.
No.
And it's baffling because I'm like, and at this point in time, I guarantee you, I could right now, Danny. I am going to propose something to you that any
Yeah,
AAA studio could do, which is every year plan for 2 games from that studio, one new game and one remastered. There's enough AAA studios and enough backlog of games that they haven't touched in a decade to 2 decades that they could easily produce that and just have different
yeah.
teams working on them. That way you still get new content and new things, and then you get all of the goodness that is the nostalgia of all the games that we wanted. Like again, Sony, release fucking Sly Cooper. Why the fuck have we not gotten a Sly Cooper? Microsoft, it took how long for us to get a remastered version of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? My brother in Christ, that game was gold. Actual fucking legitimate gold. Nintendo, literally just make Mario Kart Double Dash again. It's not that hard. Like, Double Dash was a banger, my dude. Release Double Dash. It is the only fucking Mario Kart game that allows you to have 2 people on the fucking cart. And you did it once. For the fucking GameCube. Give me goddamn Double Dash again. It's not that
Yeah,
hard.
it's really not.
Like, fuck
Like
all
there's
these
some
other IPs, man.
easy there's some easy options out there that just get buried.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how many times we have to bitch about it. AAA studios just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Also, Danny, we have somehow managed to stretch this out to an hour-long episode. Lol.
We just had to have something to ramble on.
Yeah, which is wild because we thought this was going to be a 30-minute episode, and we're like, well, shit.
I mean, to be fair, the actual like topics maybe will round out to like a little over 30.
Oh, not even. We like the actual topics, 20 minutes. Our rambling, easily 35 minutes. Easily 35 minutes. I don't know what the fuck you mean, Danny.
You know what? That's that's how you do a podcast.
There you go. Welcome to Trials and Casuals podcast, baby. But yeah, no. So, but I think we should end the video before we hit an hour, so that way all the Zoomers can keep their retention rates and their goldfish span brains. Um, because you and I are both of a slightly older generation. Not Gen X, but we're starting to get up there. Fuck, I'm turning 29 in July, Danny. This is awful. I have debuffs already. This is bullshit. So, with that being said, Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at CatboxDanny.
find me on YouTube and Twitch at DominiFox or on Twitter at DominiFox1. I check my Twitter all the time. Please tag me and shit if you've got some cool news. I would love to see it and chat about it and possibly bring it up on the podcast. So, thank you all so much for stopping by. We both really appreciate it. We both hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, don't be a sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.